Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to my channel. Now, I know that for most of you, it's probably not morning when you're listening to this, but I have two reasons for deciding to greet everyone with a good morning. First, it is morning in my time, and I'm doing this podcast over a cup of coffee, and most days I have my first cup first thing in the morning. So, yeah, good morning, everyone. And secondly, I used to work for this company. We did classes that employed neurolinguistic programming, and we were taught that saying good morning in a way tricks your brain into thinking about fresh starts. And isn't that just something nice and refreshing? So, yeah, I'm sorry that I'm not very good at explaining things, but yeah, welcome to my channel. This is Elle. I sit and drink coffee and talk about my thoughts into the void. I talk over some of my gameplay because that is what I do with most of my free time nowadays. This pandemic has been really tough on all of us, and it's good to be able to express your thoughts. Now, I have always been the neurotic type A person, and I don't go out much, but I did have an active social life. For someone like me, anyway, I regularly go out with some girlfriends, with my partner. We go out to the movies, talk over coffee, over dinner, sometimes even during lunch. And it was great for me, and as the days go by, as the months go by, I realize more and more how it have been great for my mental health, being able to just talk about and sort through my feelings. So I decided to make this podcast of sorts, not exactly a podcast, but yeah, I decided to make this activity and just talk about the thoughts that I have running around my head and talk over some of my gameplay. And I do record a lot of my gameplay because I enjoy games that have storylines. Recently, I've been playing Animal Crossing, and for a long time, I've been playing My Cafe Recipes and Stories. So while I will be talking over my gameplay, I do apologize if you're also trying to watch and follow the conversations going over some of my gameplay. So, yeah, something I do want to talk about this morning is One Division because wow, that was mind blowing. That was very intense. I binge watched the entire series and I really hated the spoilers on my Twitter feed and my Google News because why I had to mute a lot of things and I wasn't very good at going around all of the spoilers over the weeks that One Division was streaming on Disney Plus. So anyway, I did binge One Division over 2 days with my brother, and when we were on the final episode, we were having dinner, and I swear, I stopped eating during that witch fight because how intense was that? That was great cinematography. It was really awesome. Now, I'm not gonna talk much about it though because I don't have that many thoughts. Actually, I do, except I'm not as well versed as every other YouTube channel there is. So, yeah, so what I will talk about instead is my Discord and general gaming experience. I did mention earlier that most of what I do nowadays is playing, tinkering on my phone, and more recently on a Switch Lite. So, excuse me. So a while ago, I downloaded Leonard Dash. It was a game that I loved playing when I was younger, one of the earliest versions of it, and they had recently, I guess it's not recent, but they recently released a mobile version, Leonard Dash Adventures. So it's still Flow. The animation style is not the same, but it is still as fun as it was. And I've been playing that, and I've been trying to earn free diamonds inside the game. And in order to do that, you need to play other games that will give you diamonds rewards that you can use inside Diner Dash. And doing that, or trying to earn free diamonds by playing other mobile games, I was introduced to other mobile games and saying the same words over and over. So I started playing My Cafe Recipes and Stories. I really intended to just play through the first 11 stages because that was the minimum requirement to get my Diner Dash Diamond rewards. But I fell in love with it and I started playing it for days, for weeks. I actually stopped playing it for a while, but I've been playing it for almost a year now. I started playing in April of last year, and I now have my own township. I left my previous township because someone was very rude to me, and honestly, I just didn't need that drama. So I decided to start my own township by a subscription so that I can play the game on my own terms. So, to the people in my township, I know I haven't been present the past week and I've mostly been MIA for 2 weeks now. I apologize. I'll be back when I can be a little bit more committed to the game, which is probably soon because they have a new update with Charlotte. I like playing the stories. It's what made me fall in love with the game. So Diner Dash Rewards also introduced me to another game, State of Survival. It also had a good story, and this one actually required a lot of interaction with the other players in the game. So I was part of a Discord server. I met a number of people. Most of them were great. Some of them really could use more love in their life. I've also stopped playing it for a while because I have stopped playing it because the game has started to become repetitive. And if you're not the type of player who's willing to shell out money in order to win and get ahead, then it's not really the game for you. And I'm a very competitive person. And to my partner's sorrow, I have spent good money on both my cafe and sake of survival trying to win. Well, I did win for most of them, but you know, it had to stop. So it's crazy, because prior to that, in my head, well, I'm so very supportive of my boyfriend. In my head, I'm also thinking, wow, you spend all your money on games. What's up with that? But then here I was making too many transactions over mobile games. You know, it I had the funds at the time and it gave me satisfaction. Like I said, I'm a very competitive person and I liked winning and I was willing to pay in order to win. So I've been doing so much of that, and my boyfriend decided he was gonna get me a Switch Lite so that I'd spend less time on my phone. But what happened is that I ended up spending all my time on Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is also a game that he got me because I told him that I'm really more of a slow-paced type of player. I'm not good with button controls and all that, and I like having to work through a story in a game, and that's what he did, and it's very enjoyable. I'll talk more about that in my next episode. I hope to see you there, and I hope to hear from you guys. And I do have a Twitter account, so I hope that we interact with each other. If you play any of the games that I've mentioned, if you're also an MCU fan, I would love to interact with you. So until next morning, bye guys!